want a second look.
Yeah, there's something about this one, isn't there? Familiar somehow.
We think we're stuck in a specific fragment in time, and we've been repeating that same fragment over and over again.
But the flirting's over, Sherlock. Daddy's had enough now.
Hello, welcome to You've Seen It Before, TV reviews and connections in mind. Stranger Things has dropped its 4th season, or at least the first 7 episodes of it, after a long hiatus due to the pandemic, as well as various production challenges. And this is they're all on Netflix. And once again, the season features Winona Ryder, David Harbour, Millie Bobby Brown, Finn Wolfhard, so many others. And we once again follow our intrepid youngsters, now split between Hawkins, Indiana, and California, where Joyce Byers and her sons and adopted daughter 11/Jane are trying to fit in at these in a new town and with new school and new pressures. Meanwhile, back in Hawkins, once again, some mysterious evil stuff is going on. And it is up to our intrepid heroes to figure out what exactly is going on, where the threat is coming from, and can they stop it in time to save their friends and family. Now, this video review will contain spoilers of Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 1, but I'll be doing my spoiler-free thoughts first, and then I'll give my letter grade, and then I'll get into spoilers. But just so you know, there will be some spoiler talk later on in this review. So with that being said, without further ado, let's get into some spoiler-free talk on Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 1, the first 7 episodes. Is it worth tuning into Netflix? If you cancel your Netflix subscription, is it worth resubscribing? Is it a worthy continuation of the Stranger Things saga? I would say yes, this is definitely worth the wait after so many years. You know, Season 3 came out in the 2019, if you can believe it. So we've been waiting for this for quite a few years now, and yeah, I'd say this is definitely worth the wait. I believe, reading through this, that due to the pandemic pause on production, that the Duffer Brothers, the creators, really had time to go back into the script and rewrite a whole bunch of stuff and really hammer in what they wanted to do with this season, and it really shows. Because I mean, yes, while these episodes do get long, especially by the time you get to episode 7, which is basically a movie. It's an hour and 40 minutes just for episode 7. But it really needs it, because there's a lot of story to get through on this, and there's a lot of different threads going on between all stuff going on in California, all stuff going on in Hawkins. And also, if you've seen the trailers, this is a mild spoiler, but like I said, this was revealed in the teaser back in, I believe, early 2021. So this knowledge has been out there for a whole time. After the events of Stranger Things Season 3, Hopper is alive. He's in a Russian penal camp. So you have all that stuff going on in Kamchatka, so just across the Bering Sea from Alaska. So you got that going on as well, and you even got flashbacks going on between once again with all the stuff going on with the lab in Hawkins in the early 70s, and even further back with flashback going on here, and also all stuff going on in the inside, upside down. We have flipping back and forth between that. So much stuff going on in this season. It's going to be hard to not talk about without any further, even mild spoilers at this point. So where this show's strength lies is in its characters, not so much in the tropes, even though the tropes are partially why we go back to this series over and over again. Because if you've been tuning in this long, you know the tropes by now. Bad thing happens in small town. Kids go to Rush Civic because they're the first to pick up on it. The adults, they don't know what's going on. Other kids who are outside of it, they react harshly. They don't know what's going on, and it's up to the kids to, and ultimately 11 to save the day at this point. And we know these tropes going in, but we don't care as much about this because at the heart of this series is its characters. And once again, the characters in this season are killing it pretty much all across the board. You know, Millie Bobby Brown as 11, killing it. Winona Ryder as Joyce, killing it. Especially this season more so than even season 3. Sadie Sink as Max is unbelievably a breakout star of this season, even more so than season 3. I mean, just absolutely knocking it out of the park on this one. Where even newcomers such as Joseph Quinn as Eddie, he's pretty awesome as well, although he does start to get a little bit one note, getting to his development stalls, especially by the end of episode 7. But especially in the beginning, he's great. He's really the kind of not so much the MacGuffin, but he is the character where that really kicks balls the whole thing of the season, and he's really good. Where characters that I think don't necessarily kill so much are Lucas. Once again, he kind of gets kind of pushed to the side a little bit. He unfortunately, just like in season 3, he kind of is at the periphery of the ensemble cast, and then he kind of migrates back towards the center and then back again. He's really just kind of there. And even his arc, while I would say is a little bit more involved than in season 3, there was no doubt in my mind as to where that was going, especially in the season. So maybe they'll do more with it in the last 2 episodes in Volume 2. But for right now, I think Lucas was just kind of a disappointment. And also, really disappointingly, is Hopper. Because Hopper, his struggle, again, the big reveal was, he's alive. And it's like, all right, great. We don't really get anything else out of him this entire season. Really, his whole arc is stay alive, and that's about it. And I think where his strength lies in the series is his relationship with his ability to bounce off others. Bounce off of Joyce, bounce off of 11, bounce off the kids. That is where his strength lied, and you don't get a lot of that in this season. So you'll get more of it in Volume 2 for sure, but in this Volume 1, these first 7 episodes, he's just kind of there. That's really a bummer. But really, not really much to say before we get into spoilers here. This is a very strong season. I will say the release model of Netflix opting for in this season is a little odd, because I know they want to keep the hype going rather than just drop everything at once and then just forget about it, because that's kind of what happened in season 3. That was a really strong season, but people kind of didn't talk about it after the first weekend, and that's really a shame. So I think they're trying to do the hybrid thing here, where they drop a whole chunk and then they're going to wait till July 1st, drop the rest of it, and that could work, but I think that's a little odd. But we'll see how well it works in this last bit. So if I was going to give Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 1 a letter grade, I would say this is a solid A. Not an A+, just because, like I said, there's a couple of little things that really kind of drag it down, but not that much. And like I said, there's so much to like in this season. And if you're a fan of the Stranger Things franchise up to this point, you're going to be pumped to get and can't wait until those last 2 episodes dropped on July 1st. So those are my spoiler-free thoughts on Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 1. Now let's get into some spoiler talk as certain plot developments and character arcs that may seem familiar to you and where you may have seen them before. I will say the reveal of Vecna as a villain, he is pretty intimidating. However, as appearance-wise, I kind of like the fact that he's kind of like a Borg Queen-esque, especially when he's suspended in the Upside Down from like his tentacles, very reminiscent of the Borg Queen. But he's also kind of I'm getting Darth Vader vibes off Vecna, because it's revealed that he was an enemy that was created long ago, and by the end it's revealed that he and 11 have kind of a Obi-Wan Anakin Skywalker vibe, because 11 defeated 1 and sending him into the Upside Down and disfiguring him, and now he's back for vengeance at this point. There's that parallel between Obi-Wan and Anakin. being that from. So that's a parallel to be had there. Also, the way the Upside Down is depicted with the house and things floating around, it made me think a lot of Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness when we get to the alternate reality where the incursion happened and everything's just kind of floating around, ethereal, very spooky-like. So there was a parallel to be made there as well. And finally, the revelation that music, your favorite song, is somehow a link back to the real world. That just made me think of Inception, where you have the music cue to sync up with the kicks to get back to waking world. So that just made me think of that as well. But it's a great thing. They work it in really well in this season. And once again, just the reveal of Vecna as one. Maybe it would have hit more if I had rewatched all of Stranger Things prior up to this. I kind of did a cram session of just the basics. But, that reveal, it's like, all right, so now we have, they kind of mentioned that there's the legend of one, and now that's like, oh, hey, he's one, and now what's it going to do now? And then there's this palpable sense of, is everyone going to make it out alive in episodes 8 and 9? I don't know. We'll see. But I would not be shocked if, because I believe this is going to be the final season, and I would not be shocked if 11 has to make the sacrifice play at this by the end. But how much collateral damage after that, we'll see. But like I said, there was so much to like about this season. What did you think of Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 1? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What about my analysis? Do you agree, disagree? Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate whatever audience I can get. And speaking of audience, thank you so much. As of this morning, I now have over 100 subscribers. I've been working for that for quite some time. And thank you so much for subscribing. I'll probably do a fun little thank you video of 100 subscriber milestone sometime at some point here soon. So look forward for that, and look for my next movie review, which will be for Jurassic World Dominion, which comes out June 9th, I believe, June 10th. And look out for my next TV reviews, which I have a lot of TV stuff coming up here soon, including a season review of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, season review of Obi-Wan Kenobi, season review of Miss Marvel, which comes out, which starts airing episodes June 8th. And also starting episode reactions to each and every episode of Season 3 of The Orville New Horizons. All this coming up on my channel, so be sure to look for that. And if you haven't done so already, please give me a like, share, and especially subscribe. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for bringing me up to 100 subscribers. But just remember, there is nothing new under the sun. And yes, you have seen it before.